Welcome to the podcast with the worst introduction of all time.
Ever. And we got a special guest today. One of the most prolific offensive threat in Steinbrenner history, Deon Silas. Welcome.
How y'all doing?
He's currently he's at the University of Rhode Island playing football up there in the snow. Tell us, Deon, how long you been home?
Probably a month now.
Okay.
I've been home for a month.
And it's what is it like temperature wise, weather wise from here to Rhode Island? You like it up in the cold, or you like it down here where it's a little warmer?
No, I gotta be home. I can't do the cold like that. No, I can't do it.
All right, listen. How was your holiday season? Did y'all do anything exciting? Did y'all do anything fun?
Yeah, my nieces came down for Christmas, and then my sister just had a little boy, as y'all know. Baby Jackson, man. So yeah, congratulations to my sister. Yeah,
congratulations, sister. Like and follow.
Free promo.
There you go. There you go.
But yeah.
Okay, tell me what else you've been doing down here while you've been down here.
Been training. Spending quality time with the boys that I play with, Steinbrenner, and it just feels good to be home and like get to kick it with the fam, just relax. So yeah, I just been really enjoying the time because you only come home for like not that long, but like probably like 3 times a year, 2 or 3 times a year.
When do you have to report back up there to the University of Rhode Island?
I'm leaving Friday.
Whoa.
Leaving Friday.
Yeah. And tell me, up there in Rhode Island, how's the program? How do you like it? You're going into your senior year.
Yeah.
Not only you're going to be playing one more year of football, but you're actually going to get your degree after this whole thing, which we are very proud of you.
Yeah.
Tell us what it's like and what your feeling is walking into your senior year, your last year of football in college.
Why did it go by so fast? Like time went by so fast. Like, but no, it's a great program. It's like same like Steinbrenner, like based on culture. Like we do a lot of team bonding and stuff like that. So it just give me like 2019 Steinbrenner vibes.
Yeah.
Team 11. So great coaches. I love all my coaches.
Yeah.
It's like so the FCS is different than the FBS.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you actually have to. We don't have like everything at FBS program.
Right.
So we probably don't have like not the greatest facilities, but like the facilities are great. Like they're good for us, like good training room, field, locker room, everything else. But it's like put you in like a different mindset. It's like you actually have to work for what you want, and if you really want to play ball, you really don't show us.
So how was it? You and Big Dez, super close in high school, all the way up going into senior year. Dez transfers off to CDS. You end up going off to Ames, Iowa. He goes up to Virginia.
Yeah.
Now you're back together on the same team. What was that like?
You want to know something crazy? Coach Flanagan, on my visit, he was like, "Yeah, Dez is coming." What? So what happened is Dez was my roommate on the OV. So we just talking, like, yo, bro, I like it here, bro. Like, it's a cool vibe. Got to meet the team. Like, I really like it here. He was like, listen, come. So I go talk to Coach Flynn, the head coach, like, yo, Dez. After I get done talking to Coach Flynn, I'm like, Dez, I committed. Like, what? I thought you were going to wait till you get home. I'm like, no, bro, I committed. Come here. Then again, the next week later, Big Dez commits. And yeah, it's good having somebody there that like Dez, like my real brother. Mm-hmm. So it's good to have Dez there. Like I'm here for him, here for me throughout the ups and downs, good and the best. And it's just I'm just grateful to have Dez.
Well, listen, for those who don't know, Desmond Mawudu, who played with us also at Steinbrenner, and then before he transferred out in his senior year, he went to Virginia Tech to go play football, but he injured his knee. So he had to have surgery there. And then he ended up in Rhode Island, and he injured his knee there as well. So he's got two medical red shirts, but he's making his way back. I in fact saw him. He came to work out with us here on a Sunday. Well, what he is as large of a human being as he is like full of energy.
Oh,
I mean, he's
great vibes.
He good, all positive energy, great vibes. He's a great dude. Same as with you. For those who don't know, Deon went to Iowa State and he played there for a couple seasons, and now he's at Rhode Island. And you were just saying between FCS,
to get a couple receivers.
what's West Georgia? Oh, speaking of which, go back. Sorry, technical difficulties. Jose Jordan, hit us up. Anyways, we were talking about the difference between an FCS and an FBS school. For those who don't know, Deon was at Iowa State for a couple seasons before he went to the University of Rhode Island. And he says there's some differences there. Tell us when it comes to going to Iowa and playing in a Power Five conference, what kind of pressure is it compared to where you're at now? What as a student athlete when it comes to academics, when it comes to are you recording or what? All right, he's good. So I'll splice it. It doesn't matter. So let me ask the question again. Technical difficulties. If this records, Jose Jordan, holler at us. So the question was, because those who don't know, Deon went to Iowa State prior to transferring over to the University of Rhode Island, but Iowa State plays in the Big 12 Conference, which is a Power 5 conference. Tell us, as a student athlete, what did you feel different at, or what do you feel different at Rhode Island now than you did when you were at Iowa State when it comes to the pressures of being a student athlete, when it comes to academics, when it comes to athletics, when it comes to the pressure on the field, but the pressure also off the field from expectations from people in the town and people that you met?
Same thing. Wherever you go, like, you still got high expectations. It's like you got to be the same person on the field and off the field, in the classroom, in the dining facilities. So like it's the same expectations. Like they hold us accountable for everything.
Yep.
And I know some crazy is like the game day experience is actually like great vibes, and it's like how do I want to put this? It's like it's nothing different. Okay, the stadium might be a little bit smaller, but still loud. Like still good energy, it's still a good atmosphere. And Rhode Island has a great fan base.
So you're you might be our first guy to successfully, traverse through the portal.
Yeah.
Traverse. That's a fancy
Like
word.
that?
Teacher word. I don't even know what they just said right there.
It might not even be a word.
That's crazy.
Going back to your senior year of high school, you went through the recruiting process, super stressful for high school kids. You're young, your expectations are super high, you don't really know where you're going to land. And you got your stuff done a little earlier than most people, but going into the portal, is there the stresses there were back in high school? Is it more stress, less stress? Because you kind of know the system, you know the game at this point. Is it crazy?
It's crazy. It's like it's like a roller coaster. It's like up and down, and it get hard at times because one day I could be talking to 5 schools. The next 3 days, I have no contact with no schools. Ghost. Like, wow, like, they don't want me or anything. Like, I'll be talking to this one school, they telling me this, and they telling me that. Like, after the next day, like, wow, they ain't talked to me in like a minute. But, I mean, it's, you just gotta have faith, man, and just really keep your head up, because in that portal is dangerous. You gotta think about it now. The portal got crazy. Like, what was it, almost like 2,000?
4,000.
It was 4,000?
4,000. Yeah, 4,000 this year.
Yeah. 4,000.
And that's what I know that a lot of people are wondering is, as many athletes that jump into the portal, you're the first one for us that actually has gone into the portal and come out of the portal at another school I think the success rate is less than 40%. I think 30
Way less
something,
than that.
30 something percent of guys that put their name in for the portal and leave the school find another place to land.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people, including us, wonder, and they know it's different for every personal individual. But in your particular case, what made you want to go into the portal? What made you think, you know what? Is it the situation that I'm in now? Is it, do I think the grass is greener over there? There's something better out there. Like, what enticed you to jump? Was it another teammate that was like, yo, let's get in here and we got a place, you know what I mean? Like, was it an NIL
Was it
deal?
the education?
Was it?
Remember that?
Yeah.
So you get a better education.
Tell me.
He's ripping on me.
Yeah. Last week he was like, oh, they're looking for a better education. I said,
Could be.
Could be.
So
Be chasing
but
that
now we have someone that's actually here and live, that's gone through the whole process. In your personal opinion, I mean, there's no right or wrong answer, but I know a lot of people want to know, like, what drives someone, an athlete, to go from a Power 5 conference to any other conference. Say they go to another school, but knowing that you only got like 30% success rate to find another school, what kind of influence did you have to get over there or to jump into the portal?
Just I'll give you a little background of like how my sophomore season went. So coming back from spring, I just had surgery, and then after surgery, like late March, and then April, I get a call. My grandma passed away.
Hmm.
So it's like I was already depressed, and it was like, y'all know my grandma. Y'all know how like she's my best friend, and I was already depressed about that. And then going to the season, I think middle of fall camp, talking to the coach, I'm like, am I like, how do I want to put this? I asked him a question about me competing on Saturdays, like, am I in rotation?
Yeah.
They had told me they had their guys already.
Yeah.
And I was, kept it cool. I was a little bit frustrated, but I kept it cool. And then first game against SEMO. Yeah, it's called SEMO. Yeah, first game against SEMO. Cortavius went down. I think something happened with John Rell. It was just next man up.
Yeah.
At that, you feel what I'm saying? You just always gotta be ready.
Yep.
And then that drive that I got in was like fourth quarter, we up 30 points. Got in, scored 3 plays.
Yeah.
I had 2 carries. And it's like you just always gotta be like ready for your number to be called. Like, no matter what time, what part, you feel me? You just gotta always be ready when your number's called. And then throughout the season, it was just like up and down. Like, I play this game, and then I don't play this game. I play this game, and I don't play this game. Yep. Had a big game against West Virginia.
Yep.
And then that following week against Okie State, I mean, the first drive, and then it's just like you can't make no mistakes.
Yeah.
And that was me, like, I was just thinking about, like, I can't mess up. And it was just, I wasn't really out there, like, really.
You're playing to be comfortable and not screw up rather than playing and doing your job.
Yeah, I wasn't really, I was having fun, but it's like, I was kind of forcing it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then right after the season, I told Coach Campbell that I wanted to support him.
Yeah.
And it was like, it's nothing against, like, the staff or anything, like the team. It's just, I just wanted to, like, a lot of mental stuff was happening, and I just felt like I wasn't happy at that place.
So that's
change of scenery, new opportunities.
New opportunities. And
well, and I think that's, like I said, it's a big interest of a lot of people nowadays, and they go like, what drives an athlete to go from the position that they're in? And there's a number that you can think of, aside from they're looking for a better education. A lot of it is either driven by like NIL stuff, it's driven by ego, it's driven by personal items. And I think, like I said, it gives you an opportunity, right, for a lot of guys, but it's such a slim opportunity. And we're very, very blessed and fortunate and happy for you that you were able to land at Rhode Island, because it sounds like the culture at that university is something that fits something that you are accustomed to from being in high school.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of next man up, I remember Deon when he first came to us from Memphis. He was a ninth.
Tennessee.
He was a ninth grader, but an explosive athlete. So explosive we couldn't keep him down on JV. He started with us at varsity, but he wasn't our starting running back. And at that time, we had a couple running backs. Do you remember who those running backs were that were in front of you?
I do. Tay. It was Tay. Got Mal.
No,
David Smiley.
David Smiley.
Yeah.
David Smiley. So we had a couple of running backs at that time, and I remember the game when you first got in, and it was the Sarasota Riverview game, and I think the final in that game was 63-0.
Yeah, it was bad.
They absolutely beat the brakes off of us. But at that time, both of our running backs had gone down, and we were like, Deon, you got to get in there. And at that time, we were down by 30, maybe 40 points.
40 points.
Yeah.
40.
And it was just like you're saying. It's a case of when your number gets called, you gotta be ready. And explosive young guy coming into our program, we had so many high expectations for you, but we knew, gosh, if he gets in right now, especially the level of those guys, let's see what we can do. Just cut him loose. We're like, come on, he's gonna do great. And he got pummeled. He got absolutely pummeled. But I think it was a phenomenal experience for him because it set him on this course where he saw, and at that time, Sarasota Riverview was like the top in our district and top in our region. So it lit a fire under a guy that was already really, really motivated, really, really talented to say, like, I need to push more. And that, I think, through your high school career, which total, he still totals that people will not catch. He has 5,000 all-purpose yards. He scored 50 touchdowns. I think he kept pushing. And for a lot of his senior season, he didn't even play the majority of the games. Remember, in the 2019, or that was your junior season. Because, or was it? Yeah, it was your junior season.
He's all over the place.
I'm all over the place.
He injured his ankle his senior year.
And that's it.
Junior year too.
In junior year too,
At
but
the end of the year.
Yeah, like in the playoffs.
there was a season, his junior season, where him and Dean Patterson, who was on with us 2 episodes ago, they were the number 1 and number 2 return guys in the whole state. And in fact, Deon ranked top 5 in the country when it came to return yards.
Sure.
Tell me, because I'm a special teams guy myself. Tell me your ability to play, and in college is a whole different unit.
Yeah.
Do you get a chance to play specs at the University of Rhode Island? And I know you did at Iowa State too. Tell me what the feel is when you're out there returning punts. Tell me first, you like doing it, and then 2, what's the difference?
Oh yeah, for sure. I love it. Momentum changes.
Yeah.
Change the momentum. Like if I can get the ball 40, explosive, get the offense going. Man, it just brings energy. You know what I'm saying? Like you get the drive started.
Mm-hmm.
So man, I take pride in playing special teams. It's like I love it. I love playing special teams.
Oh yeah, me too. We in fact, Coach Puskis and I are the special teams coordinators, and I think our unit out of the 3 is probably, in comparison to a lot of other schools in Hillsborough County, at Steinbrenner, we take a lot of pride in the unit. We take a lot of the guys who are fringe guys, And we have had so many guys that work their butts off in this unit that a lot of people in youth football, they don't do it. Just barely scratch the surface of it by the time they're leaving. In high school, a lot of high schools, it's just an afterthought, just to flip flip the field and then put defense or offense back on the field. But at Steinbrenner, we do a whole lot of special teams, and we put a lot of pride into it. I know Coach Perez loves it too, because we all do it together. But I think when it boils down to the three phases of a football game, without that special teams and without guys who wouldn't make an impact on an offensive side or defensive side, the huge momentum changer is special teams, man. And I remember with Dean and Deon back there, there were days that they would just kick it out of bounds, and they wouldn't even give us a shot because. So I wonder what the numbers would have been like for these guys, because they were balling.
Silly.
They were balling, but
I want to kick it back for a second to, you brought up mental health. I believe you're the third athlete we've had on in the past couple of weeks that have talked about mental health in college sports. And I was lucky enough, I had a head coach when I went up to New York to Union College that he kind of required you to have someone to talk to, and each week you making sure you're getting your stuff out. I think a lot of people who don't know sports, they look at these athletes as they got it made. They're getting paid, they're getting free education, they have it easy. We know that's not the case, because I really think when you take a kid at high school, and a lot of times the high school coaching staffs are kind of like family to them. And then they quickly go from being like a human being to being an asset to a lot of these places. And that can wear on you quick. So do they have, what do you think are kind of like the things a lot of college athletes are struggling with, and what is something that the colleges do to kind of help you with that?
I can say, I'll tell y'all what I struggled with. Personally, it was just, I was just, y'all know how I am. Like, I carry, like, I don't really show too much emotion because, I'm a happy guy, walking around happy all the time. But, like I said, when my grandma passed away, man, when I had surgery, I was just so depressed. You feel me? I was just like, man, like, I don't know what's going on, and I couldn't participate in spring. So it's like messing with my head a little bit, and then at Iowa State, we had a therapist. So I stepped out of my comfort zone, and I'm like, actually, let me try this out. And it turns out to be good.
Awesome.
Like, it turned out to be, she was awesome. She was awesome. She was there for me. I used to meet with her every Thursday.
nice.
Every Thursday. So yeah, it was awesome, man. It helped me through a lot of stuff. She helped me find new ways to, like, get over things and just get over that hurdle. She was awesome, man. I feel like it's not okay. Like, I'm a football guy. Like, I don't gotta see a therapist or anything. No, bro. Like, actually take the time and go do that, man. It's like, it's actually good for you. Like, it actually just puts your head in a different mind space, because I can tell you something that's like something that's been holding me back for a long time. When I actually get that out, I feel more relieved. Like,
Free.
you know what I'm saying? Like, free is like, I finally got this off my chest. I finally opened up about it. So yeah, so I feel like athletes, feel like they should, like, that should be like up there though, because there's a lot of athletes that's going through a lot of stuff.
Well, and I think also too, performance-wise, it helps or it hinders your performance or your mental headspace is. I mean, I can relate to you 100%. I remember playing, and rather than remembering my assignment and remembering what I was supposed to do or where I was supposed to be, I was always thinking, don't screw up. Don't screw up. Don't screw up. Like, you think that way when you get on the bus. You think that way all the way till you get back on the bus until the game's over.
Yeah.
And it's hard because it's not, there's no way to play. It's you're not going out there being a teenager or early 20-year-old in playing a game that you love doing. You're like legitimately worried about something or things that you may or may not have control of. Things that have been sitting in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
Things that have been heavy on your heart. And so I think that in this generation of football and in sports in general, I think it's huge. It's huge now that they're addressing mental health. It's a very, very big topic nowadays in all the leagues and in the NCAA. But I think it's very important. Like you said, it should rank much higher than it does now, because you will see a lot of athletes that do particular things outside of the field that they typically wouldn't, and a lot of it is driven because something's eating away at them. They say stuff to the media, they say stuff to their spouses or their friends. And they do stuff out of character, and they're like, "Oh, that guy is just a meathead," or "That guy is just a football guy." When you're right, that person is actually a human being that's got feelings, that's got a family, and that's got fears, just like anybody else that lives in the normal world would, except the expectation and the stress of now having to play a game at a level that you can legitimately get hurt, that you're always on TV, that they always, it's a business. So now at Rhode Island, you said there's a good culture over there. They obviously provide those kind of services for you.
Yeah.
What are your teammates like? And obviously you wouldn't have gone there unless the coaches were awesome. What are your teammates like? Like, what's the demographic? Because likely you and Dez are one of the few guys that are from the South. I bet you there's a lot of Jersey guys and New York guys, and they probably look at us completely different down here than they do up there. What's that interchange and what's that interactions like with those guys?
Man, it's really a lot of guys from down south, like from this state.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
They recruit hard down here.
For real. Miami, Clearwater, St. Pete.
Really?
Jacksonville, yeah. So
do you guys stick together?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Or do you guys try to mingle around with some of the other guys, figure out who's who and what other guys have gone through?
So like my first week there, and my first week there, we was just we're in the locker room. I'm not really talking too much. My locker is right next to Dad, so I'm really just talking to Dad. Come to me like, "What's up, Jit? What you mean? What's up, Jit?
Yeah,
like, Jit." But no, it's just like it's like a Florida thing, man. It was just like I adapted very fast, and I can open up to these guys.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? So it's just like it's a brotherhood, but like we ride for each other.
Yeah, on
and off the field. Like in that weight room, they push us to go crazy. Like to go hard, like balls to the walls. Cause it's like we sacrificing a lot right now. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do it for each other, and then it's just a great group of guys.
That's good.
Great team coming back.
Well, speaking of crazy, and speaking of teams and football, dude, how crazy is the NFL right now? With all of the coaches getting fired or retiring or mutually parting ways. Yeah. I mean, wait, let's take a step back. Yeah. What about the GOAT? I think, and listen, I'm not an Alabama guy. I'm not really a Nick Saban guy. What are your guys' thoughts on Nick Saban finally saying I'm out after 17 years? Is this just a power move to go somewhere else, or is my man really like, I'm out?
He's out. There's no reason to go anywhere else.
Really?
He had it made.
Yeah. Well, what do you think, Deon? You think this is the last we see of Nick Saban, or you think Nick Saban pops up on the NFL radar somewhere, or pops up at another college?
I think it's over. I mean, like he basically done it all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's
like really to go. Yeah. A lot of people, old school Alabama people, are like, "Oh, Bear Bryant." Like nobody is going to touch what Nick Saban has done over there at Alabama.
So look at the players who came to his program.
I know. I saw this.
Dogs. You know what I'm saying?
Players leave and go in the portal to find new opportunities. Coaches leave because of the portal because the players all got taken.
Dude, I saw a stat that he has Nick Saban in his career at Alabama 44 first-round draft picks.
That's crazy.
I mean, not even
That's amazing.
the next one is not even close, less than half of that. Even more exciting and even more nuts is in Nick Saban's 17-year career. The money he's made at Alabama is like $1 billion something that the program he's put through the program.
That's wild.
And that's insane. But again, for what he's done legacy wise over there, it breaks my heart, even though I'm not an Alabama guy or a Nick Saban guy.
Just for college football.
Yeah, for college football. Because it's sad to see a guy like that. And I'm not a Florida State guy, but I love Bobby Bowden. And when he left, and when Joe Paterno left, unfortunately under his circumstances, those legacies of college football, I think, go with those guys. They leave with them.
I think the thing is, it's going to be very rare for you to see a coach go to a struggling program and turn it into some powerhouse dynasty like he has done.
Yep.
Just because, I mean, the Washington coach just did an incredible job getting them to the national championship, and rumor is he's jumping ship to go to Alabama.
Yeah.
So I don't think you're going to see coaches that just stick with a university for a long time anymore because they're looking for new opportunities all the
Do you
time.
think it's going to be a carousel the same way that the NFL is now with all the transfer portals, NIL stuff, all of the red tape that coaches and administrators have to go through? Do you think coaches do the same thing that players do? That they jump in and out and they follow the trend of the hot team or the hot hand?
I think coaches did that before the players did.
Mm-hmm.
You just see it at a quicker level right now because the loyalty to the university for a lot of them is not there because a lot of them didn't go to school there. They don't have ties to the community like a Harbaugh does, where he went to school there, his dad coached there. So,
Speaking of Harbaugh. Okay. We had this debate off camera. Harbaugh, does he stay at Michigan? Does he go to the NFL? Yeah, what do you think?
Stay at Michigan. Do it again.
That's what I'm saying. Coach Busky, what do you think?
We were on we went to the National Coaches Convention this weekend, and one of the wives brought up a great point that I was like, wow, that would be crazy. Harbaugh to the New England Patriots. That would be wild.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
It would be crazy.
Yeah,
but you know what?
Dude,
now, and again, speaking of GOATs in college, and now Nick Saban leaving, you're talking about another GOAT from the NFL with Bill Belichick leaving the New England Patriots. And I saw video of when Robert Kraft hired Bill Belichick and introduced him, and they paired it with him saying goodbye to him. They did that press conference together. I thought it was incredibly noble of them both because it seems like it was really, truly a mutual understanding. But
they understand the business
side, and he's not cutting it anymore. But do you really think that Jim Harbaugh can fill the size of those shoes that Belichick is leaving? That's massive.
So it depends on which way you look at the situation. If you look at it like, I'm going in and replacing a guy who has 6 Super Bowls or 7 Super Bowls, whatever it is, no, you can't. If you go in and you say, I'm going in to replace the guy with the most losses in NFL history, which he is, then hey, you're okay.
Yeah, you might be all right. But
it's what side of the cup you're choosing.
True. But I think I'm with Deon. I think Harbaugh stays at Michigan, no matter all the heat that he's catching with all the cheating and like everybody's cheating. Everybody's cheating. Hell, they cheat in high school, but he just got caught. I think he stays at Michigan also. I mean,
I hope he does.
I hope he does too.
Yeah.
I think he's built a good program over there. From what I understand from guys that have been in and around that program, it's a great culture over there. that he has so much backing from his community. Um, why would you want to leave a situation like that to try your hand in the business? Because even though what you're saying is you're replacing a guy that's got the most losses ever for that particular organization, he goes over there, he loses just the same. They're not going to keep him around that long. Like hell, he does that at Michigan from now till he has 5 losing seasons from here. They'll still keep him because of this national championship now. I mean, I think he's a culture guy. I think he builds it from the inside, and he gets a lot of talent that way because he hasn't won a national championship, and he's been there 6 years. And even the fact when he first got there, he took a dip, and they didn't play well, and now he's at the peak. I think why leave now?
Belichick to the Chargers. Or does Aaron Rodgers pull an Aaron Rodgers and get Belichick to the Jets and be like, see you, Sailor?
What about Pete Carroll? Pete Carroll,
is he coming back?
He's done.
He's like 90.
Yeah, I can't believe how old that guy is.
It's so much energy.
But I think too. Do you see him pop back up again? Speaking like the same as with Saban. Now Saban is in his 70s, and so is Pete Carroll. Harbaugh's still young considering coaches, right? Is this the last that we see of Pete Carroll? Is this and Belichick's in his late 60s? I think we see Bill Belichick again. Do we see Pete Carroll again? Deon, what do you think?
You want to know something crazy? I don't really watch NFL football like that.
Okay, that's
Nah. I don't even know what.
If your boy Brees is on, are you stopping to watch?
Hey man, Brees, Brock, Xavier, Will.
Yo,
man, if them boys playing, I'm watching it for sure.
For real. Listen, speaking of Brock Purdy, I'm a 49ers guy. I think they. Well, no. So what I'm saying, they're not my team. I think this is their year.
Yeah, they're going to the Super Bowl.
Man, I think the best acquisition for them was Chase Young. I mean, that's just a stupid defense now.
They got him for nothing.
Oh my gosh.
So let's talk Super Bowl matchups. Who do you got in the Super Bowl?
I'm going with my son. My son Isaac loves football, no matter which level it is. He, in fact, to be fair, he loves watching whenever, because we have Hulu and we have ESPN Plus. Whenever Rhode Island games are on, whenever FIU games are on, we'll turn on the game and you're on. He'll go, I know him. We got pictures with him. And he'll do that with Dean, and he'll do that with Aiden. He just loves football, but he also has been a huge supporter of Steinbrenner football since he was little. His pick, which I don't know if it's a legitimate pick anyways, but I think it's not a bad thought, is he thinks Ravens and 49ers. And I think that would be an absolute smash up Super Bowl. I mean, that's what I'm going to go with. How about you?
So, my son Everett is obsessed with the Bills. Bills ain't doing it. And until yesterday, I was like, Lamar's going to get over his playoff hump. It's going to be the Ravens. It's going to be the Niners.
Yes.
I am blown away by C.J. Stroud.
Say that.
MVP year as a rookie. Dumb good.
He and his receiving core is just silly.
Yeah.
And he's one of his best receivers is out for the year as well. So I think that Houston has a legitimate shot at making a run because the AFC's weak.
Right.
You have a Baltimore team who, when they're on, they're incredible.
Yep.
But they can crap the bed real quick.
Well, but you also still have the Chiefs over there too.
Chiefs, I don't think are it this year.
Yeah, but they're not it. But take a team like the Texans, they got to go up against a team like the Chiefs.
For sure. And
they're battle hardened.
Patty Mahomes is hard to bet against.
Exactly.
But Kelsey doesn't look like himself. He doesn't have a top end receiver.
Well,
Rice is still young.
It's because he's shaking it up with Taylor Swift. He's got no energy no more. My man. Hey, talk to me, Travis. Let's go. Tell us what's happening with you. You screwed us up on fantasy. But yeah, I think.
Did you see him yesterday? It's
Yeah.
like 4 drops.
Yep. I'm telling you.
Easy balls.
Hey, man, he's been using the hands for other things. Can't catch football. How about?
Love Taylor Swift.
Listen, we love Taylor Swift. We love you, Travis Kelce. Hey, like and follow.
Yes.
There we go. What do you think about the Bucks, guys? The Bucks pulled it out against the Carolina Panthers, 9-0 in the ugliest football game. It was brutal, but we did the job. Got the NFC South. Now we got the Eagles, who have been slumping.
And
Slumping.
as of yesterday morning, AJ Brown is not playing.
Ooh. Deon, is it Bucks? Are we moving on, or is this one and done? Are we beating the Eagles, or are we going home?
I'll answer for you. I don't really watch it.
But no, I don't know, man. I always like Baker though.
I do
like,
too.
I feel like he gonna make it. He gonna do some crazy. He gonna shock somebody. He gonna shock some people.
Yeah, I think people sleep on Baker.
Yeah,
Because
he slept on for sure.
Yeah, because he can actually play. The problem is he's a loose cannon. He's the day and age of a Brett Favre quarterback versus a polished like Peyton Manning or he's a guy that he's like a Fitzgerald. He'll throw, or Fitzpatrick. He'll throw the football everywhere, just like but it's exciting, and that's what Tampa loves. And he's got the receivers to do it with Evans, with the tight end. What's his name?
Brayton. You got excuse me. It starts with the O.
Yeah.
Oh. And then you got Godwin.
You got Godwin. I mean, I think he's got Rashad White back there. So people sleep on Baker all the time, but I think he's a baller. He's fun. He looks like a funny dude too.
White's done. The running backs coach over there, Coach Pete, has done an amazing job.
Coach Pete, phenomenal job.
White really into situations that he can succeed in. I mean, he's doing a great job of receiving out of the backfield. Yep. Opens up the run game inside. So it's been fun to watch them transform over the second half of the season.
Yeah. And so even though Isaac loves the Eagles, I'm going with the Bucks. I think the Bucks are I think they're going to shock them. They're going to shock them, and the Eagles in Bucks history have always been an Achilles heel for us. But I think the Eagles are on a down for at the moment. I think Jalen Hurts is out of gas
right now.
Yeah, and it's right time, right place. I think you play that game 10 times, Eagles probably win the majority of them. I think today
cards are lining up.
I think the stars are aligning, and Baker's gonna take him somewhere.
Steelers in the playoffs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Steelers gonna win Super Bowl.
Yeah. Did you hear about the Steelers and Bills game? It's supposed to be played today.
Yeah.
But there's a massive blizzard in Buffalo, so the game got moved to tomorrow. Buffalo is offering citizens $20 an hour to come out and shovel snow so they can get the field ready. And they said it might not even be ready for then. So that game might not be played till like Tuesday.
That's insane.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right.
Hey, what happened? Hey, hold on.
It's wake up time.
Hey, take break. Time out. TV time out here.
So as we wind down,
I'm sorry.
There's 2 things I would love to hear from you. First off, our number 1 supporter, Coach Andres Perez, who watches every episode.
Ronaldo.
What's good, Coach?
You gotta give him one message,
Coach Perez. Now you keep going.
And then we need a message for our future Warriors and current Warriors, kind of like dealing with the grind of high school and all that.
Coach Perez, man, I really appreciate you. It's just actually like taking the time out when I was a rookie, just to guide me through the right path. Just being Coach Perez, just being yourself, man. I really appreciate everything you've done for Steinbrenner and this program. And your boy's getting older now. I'm about to graduate. For you, man, I wouldn't be in this position, man. I really appreciate you, Coach Perez. What's the second one?
For all the upcoming Warriors that are coming through the program, what kind of motivation you got for them to be the best Warrior that they could be, the best teammate, the best competitor for our program?
One, you gotta, man, I don't even know what to say.
Just say something off the top of your head, from your heart. Say it from your heart.
It's just, just have fun while doing it. Feel what I'm saying? Like you just gotta have fun while grinding with the team. You know, them summer workouts, on the track running, on the field running, rainy practices. You feel what I'm saying? So like, just gotta have fun doing it. It's like that's one thing I miss about it. Just having fun. Just gotta have fun doing it, man. Don't make it. Don't be too stressed up about it. 'Cause you know, it's not a bad day. It's a bad moment. Just have fun.
Ooh, that's it. It's not a bad day. It's a bad moment. We
Sure.
appreciate you very much.
Oh, I got another. I got another.
Oh,
Hello, man. I want to give a shout out to the Steinbrenner teachers, man.
there we go.
Hey, you can't forget about the Steinbrenner teachers and the staff and faculty that helped me, you know, get to where I am today and just being there for me, man. I really appreciate all y'all, and I'm thankful, for y'all too.
Well, we appreciate
Love you, man.
Love you, boy. Thanks. On that, we are out.
Cutting.